Hey there, I'm Joe Carter. If you've ever popped the hood and thought, where do I even start? You're in good company. Around here, we take the mystery out of car repair, one fix at a time. Whether you're a beginner or just looking to sharpen your skills, there's something here for you. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe if you're into learning without the headaches. All right, that's enough from me. Let's get into it.
Cars with a brake booster vacuum chamber connected to the intake manifold can stall under braking. The cause of engine malfunctions is additional air inflow, which is caused by mechanical damage of the bypass valve, brake booster. Hose, ruptured diaphragm, leakage of the vacuum booster chamber housing. Smooth and sharp pressure on the pedal. If the cross-section of the hole through which the air suction occurs is small, the engine is not likely to stall when the brake pedal is pressed smoothly. When the powertrain control cycle is closed, the ECU constantly polls the lambda probe, which will detect an over-refined mixture if there is air intake. To keep the engine from stalling, the ECU will increase the injector's opening time and reduce the bypass channel cross-section with the help of the throttle valve. But under hard braking, the control system will not be fast enough to compensate for the mass of unaccounted air, so the engine will stall. On archaic fuel-air mixture correction systems, it takes quite a long time for the oxygen sensor to reach operating temperature. Until the oxygen sensor warms up, the ECU will not take its signal into account, so the car may stall even when the brake pedal is gently depressed. How to check the engine. Depress the brake pedal vigorously several times. While holding the pedal depressed, start the engine. If the vacuum booster is in good working order, the pedal will become soft and fail slightly. In some cases, the characteristic sound of air sucking through the vacuum booster can be heard when the engine is started and the brake pedal is depressed. Carefully inspect the hose, connectors for mechanical damage. If the car has a system of vacuum control of the flap of air recirculation in the cabin, plug its line. If the car stops stalling when braking, depressurization is in the recirculation system. You can learn more about the process of diagnostics and replacement of the vacuum brake booster in the article, How to Replace the Vacuum Brake Booster, RCH. Taking your foot off the accelerator pedal to brake causes the throttle to close. The air charge enters the cylinders through the bypass channel in the throttle body. The passage cross-section of the channel is regulated by the idle sensor. The delay in the operation of the idle valve can lead to the fact that the car stalls at a sharp release of gas and pressing the brake pedal. Contamination of the mechanical part, dust penetrating through the air filter, and oil vapors, exhaust gases from the crankcase ventilation system over time clog the insides of the idle valve, which complicates the movement of the rod, wear of the worm and anchor mechanism. Defect in the control circuit, failure of the electric motor. We have already considered in detail how to check the idle sensor, so we will not dwell on this. We will only remind you that after cleaning or replacement for the correct operation of the engine needs calibration of the idle speed sensor. Lack of calibration is another reason why the car may stall when braking. Contamination of the throttle body. The throttle body houses the bypass ducts that allow air to enter the intake manifold when the choke is closed. Dust mixed with oil vapors and part of exhaust gases from the crankcase ventilation system settles not only on the parts of the throttle body, but also on the walls of the channels. Soot reduces the passage cross-section of the channels, so in order to maintain normal combustion at idle speed, the ECU moves the PXC stem to a greater distance. In case of critical contamination, reduction of channel cross-section will prevent normal air intake at transient modes of engine operation. In this case, the engine may stall not only when braking, but also simply at a sudden throttle release, when the speed of the RCC is not enough to compensate for the reduced cross-section of the bypass channel. The solution to the problem, because of which the car stalls when braking, is to remove and wash the throttle assembly. It is most convenient to use carburetor cleaner as a cleaning compound. Since the value of the long-term fuel correction changes with contamination, after flushing it is necessary to adapt the throttle plate. Engine supply system. The fuel system of the internal combustion engine, as well as the idle speed regulator, have nothing to do with braking. The car still stalls in the same way due to malfunctions that in transient modes do not allow to support the engine operation. Characteristic causes include clogging of the fine and/or coarse fuel filter, drop in performance of the gasoline pump, contamination of fuel injectors. Modern control systems of the injector injection system allow to disable fuel supply in certain operating modes. The algorithm, according to which the supply of impulses to the injectors is stopped, takes into account the speed of movement, crankshaft speed, the degree of throttle opening, the fact of turning on the gear, clutch release. Due to the above described faults, the engine may stall not at the moment of braking, but when trying to resume the engine. A similar system, but in other ways, was realized on some models of carburetor engines. Diagnostics and repair. If you have excluded from the list of reasons why the car stalls on braking, malfunction of VUT, RCH, clogging of the throttle, you should start with replacing the fine filter, check the gasoline pump screen. And only then you should check the performance of the fuel pump, serviceability of injectors. How to get to the grid and the fuel pump itself, you can read in the article, Procedure for Replacing the Gasoline Pump. Beforehand, we recommend to familiarize with the device and breakdowns of the fuel pump. Vacuum brake booster. How to check the idle sensor. Dirty grease throttle valve device. Throttle valve cleaning. Gasoline pump diagram cleaning. Injectors at home. Injector operation principle. In conclusion, understanding why your engine stalls when braking is crucial for maintaining your vehicle's performance and safety. By diagnosing the issue, whether it's related to the idle air control valve, fuel delivery problems, or electrical faults, you can take the necessary steps to repair it yourself. Regular maintenance and awareness of your car's behavior can prevent stalling and ensure a smoother driving experience. Remember, addressing these issues promptly not only enhances your vehicle's reliability but also contributes to your overall safety on the road. Thank you for watching, and drive safely.